Caution, the following commentary is rated M for mature. Now returning you to your regular scheduled program. Haters, eat my shorts. What's going on YouTube? Sensor Wrath here. How's everybody doing today? Got some gameplay here. Domination on Dome with the M4A1. This is my highest scoring game yet to date on Modern Warfare 3. I have had some better games on Black Ops. The highest was 86 and 3, I think it was. But definitely this is my highest to date on Modern Warfare 3. I'm not even going to bother telling you guys the score. But that'll be a surprise at the end. By the way, just what you guys just saw was some striker action. That guy just ate us up right out of the gate. Got a triple kill. Money, you know. If you're watching this video, buddy, congratulations to you. That was nice. You definitely got us off guard on that one. Whew. Alright, Martin Luther King Day. I want to say sorry right now because I was going to actually upload this video yesterday on Martin Luther King Day. Now, because my daughter and my wife were sick, I didn't want to have you guys listen to coughs in the background or anything like that. So I went ahead and put this out today. There was a time constraint with me having to go to work and then doing the commentary, the render, and the upload. So I apologize about that. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit that nail on the head real quick. Martin Luther King Day, guys. Martin Luther King did a wonderful thing for this country, okay? He united blacks and whites to work for a common goal in this nation, and that's democracy, okay? So I want to hail Mr. King. You know, I want to say thank you for the hard work you have done, and I also want to say thank you for giving me a day off. No joke, okay? Just being honest right now. All right. Mr. King worked, you know, was an advocate against racism. And I'm going to tell you guys a little something right now, my personal stories on racism. And I'm going to say this also, if you are uncomfortable with, sensitive to, issues related to racism, discussions about it, please go ahead and click out this video right now. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you in the near future for another commentary that might be more suitable to your needs. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this, okay? If you guys don't know, I was born and raised in Germany. I came to this country in 1990. I was a citizen of Germany back then. I actually became a citizen of the United States, I think, in 2001 when I got sworn in. I'm very proud of this fact. I'm very proud of being German. I'm very proud of being a citizen of this country. I'm very proud of being American. I really am. I think there's a lot of wonderful things that has happened throughout. But I do want to discuss one thing with you guys. Being from Germany, if you don't know, and I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but World War II was the worst time for my country, for Germany, in terms of racism. It created the biggest war crimes or racist crimes ever in the history of humankind, really. So that's something that I'm not proud of. I don't enjoy, you know, I don't enjoy discussing it. I don't enjoy what happened with it. I think it's what Hitler did was absolute appalling, and I'm glad the man is dead. And you know what? A lot of Germans think the exact same way as I do. And let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys something right now. The way we are taught in this country, our history. I mean, like I said, I came to the United States in 1990, so I went through middle school in the United States, in Texas, and high school. And I can tell you right now, the way history is taught, I don't completely agree with it. For example, no, let's go ahead and cut it to regular TV. If you watch the History Channel, for example, you can occasionally there's this Lifetime thing on a DVD collection on World War II, and how it talks about the evil Germans. Let me put it like this: a lot of Germans didn't know about what was going on with the Jews back then, and there was a reason behind that. Hitler moved the camps outside of Germany, including Poland. And the few that were inside of Germany were actually kept in rural areas, and any small villages that were around those rural areas were sworn to secrecy. Now, how do you keep secrecy if you're a tyrant? You're gonna tell them this: I'm gonna kill your mom, your father, your uncle, your sister, your sons, and your daughters if you don't keep your damn mouth shut. Okay? And when I'm done with them, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you extremely slowly. I'm gonna start with pulling your nails out. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on them to make you scream like a bitch. Okay? You guys are getting my point? That's right. A lot of Germans didn't have a clue what was going on. Now, you're saying, well, these people were getting pulled out of their homes inside of big cities, so a lot of Germans were watching. What are you talking about, Sins? You're an idiot. Well, you're right about that. They were watching that. But what were they told? They were told they were getting deported. They didn't want the Jewish people in the country Go ahead and bring him somewhere else. Make him create their own life. Bring him back to Poland. That's what a lot of people thought was happening. Am I agreeing with that too? Hell no, I'm not agreeing with that. I think that was bullshit by itself. But that's just the way that was. Nobody knew that these people were getting put into concentration camps and literally slaughtered. Nobody had it. A lot of people didn't have a clue. And the few that did were just, like I said, sworn to secrecy. So with that being said, growing up in Germany, there's actually a law about it. If you cannot talk about it in public. You cannot, be pro-Nazi. You cannot, apply swastikas to walls. It's a felony, and you will go to prison for it. There's no joking about it. It's, you hear a lot of people talking about teaching history keeps itself from repeating history or what have you, and there's a certain truth to that as well. However, in Germany it's completely different. The way we're looking at it like this, we're not going to talk or touch the subject matter because, well, we are ashamed of it. So we're not going to even discuss it, okay? History is history, and that's just the way they are. So the fact of the matter is, I really did not get accustomed to the entire idea of racism until I actually came to the United States. It wasn't really going on in Germany at all. A very rare occasion, and it wasn't really so much racism as it was, well, I guess it was, against the Turkish community, because they were immigrating on the flocks into Germany, so there was some confrontations here and there. But here in the United States, when I went to middle school, I didn't really, the weird thing is, between middle school and high school here in this country, racism was actually more rampant in middle school than it was in high school, where I was living in Texas anyways, Central Texas as a matter of fact. But these, 13, 14-year-old kids would like fight each other, who the mightier sword is, black or white, and I didn't really quite understand it. But once I got to high school, that really wasn't happening so much at all. It was more like who's got a bigger penis. Really, it wasn't about who's black and white. So yeah, I ended up going through high school, and it wasn't really that bad until Oh, I'm sorry, that's one thing I have to backtrack on real quick before I came to the United States, and I have to mention this. I can't forget about this. When I was living in the barracks area with my family in Germany, my father, who was, by the way, in the army, I had a friend, and he became my best friend really quick. It was a black boy, African-American boy, or whatever you want to say, and he was an awesome guy. We would go ride our bikes together, and we would play with toy cars, and I was young. I was 8, 9 years old, or whatever the case may be. We would do all kinds of stuff together. Well, one day he invited me over to his house. So I went to his house, and I played, and his mom it felt really weird. His mom was acting really strange towards me. She would like go bring him a drink, and she wouldn't bring me a drink. It was really odd, and I didn't know what was going on. Needless to say, the next day I wanted to go play with him, but he was nowhere to be found. He was usually outside. Eventually, after about 2 or 3 weeks down the road, I ended up running into him, and I come to find out, he tells me he cannot play with me because his mother says that white people are the devil. And I thought this was strange. This was on army base, by the way, and I thought this was completely like, what the fuck? Are you serious? I'm the devil? We're riding our bikes. Devil got bikes? I mean, come on, let's get real. I didn't understand. But so that's my first actual real thing in Germany, as a matter of fact, before I came to the United States, that I felt on racism. So let's jump back forward against it. Now that I just took you guys back in time about 6 years, but let's go jump back forward until, like I said, I graduated high school, I went into the Navy, and that's where I got my real big feel for racism. It's odd because you join the military, that's nothing you expect people to be educated, you expect people to, contain themselves, if you will, no matter what their feelings and thoughts are. It's the military, for fuck's sake. But, it wasn't really happening so much. I ended up joining in. It's actually gotten a hell of a lot better than when I used back then. This was back in 1998, I think. And three black guys became my friends. We hung out together, we lived in the barracks together. As a matter of fact, we worked next to each other when we were at work. So we basically saw each other probably about 12 hours out of the day, easy. So we became friends, and one thing I noticed about them is, yo, my nigga this, and yo, my nigga that. It was a friendship thing to them. It was a brotherhood of, being friends. And I'm sorry right now if that offended you, by the way. It's in terms of my explanation of my story, so don't be too whiny. Alright? However, one day I came down the stairs and I see them 3 guys outside, and I go up to them and I put my hand up and I shake it in with one of theirs, with a little funny hand clapping thing, and I say, yo, my nigga, what's up? Tell you what, right now, that is a bad mistake. That is one thing you don't ever want to say in front of black people. It's just not going to work out for you. these guys actually stopped their conversation. They stopped being happy and joyous, and they started to threatening me, like including kicking my ass. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What did I do? I thought we were friends. I thought we were, brothers. I don't know. I guess only black people can be brothers, I suppose, when it comes to friendship. I didn't know that. That's the way they made me feel. I wasn't part of their clique. I was just the crazy white guy that would do crazy things when the black people didn't want to do it. Like, like you don't want the crazy white person there or whatever. I don't know. It was a weird feeling to me, and I didn't really understand, the entire thing with it. And by the way, you guys are looking at this video right now. I do not know why it's going dark like that, because that actually happened on another upload too. So I want to apologize about that right now. I'm not really sure what happened there. But anyway, so yeah, that's what kind of happened with these three guys, and we stopped being friends. It was just weird to me, okay? So I at this point I pretty much ended up getting both ends of the entire aspect of racism. Besides the fact that through high school, even after I joined the servers, I was called a Nazi, I was called Hitler's son, I was called Hitler, you name it. If it has to do with racism, it wasn't just towards the black people that I have seen it against, it was against me too, and I am about as white as they get. I am definitely saltine cracker all the way. But yeah, there's my story about racism, guys. And I think the biggest thing in this country is we need to fucking cut that shit out, really, because we're tearing ourselves apart. Well, this is the end of the game, guys. Like I said, they didn't make it easy on us. It ended up being a 200 to 190 victory, but it definitely wasn't easy. I ended up jumping to the PP90 and 1 because I just got so tired of the strikers. But there you guys see at the end why they brought them out. Well, I'll talk to you later, and don't forget, rate, comment, subscribe.